Who's got a new TCG AutoBattler mode? I want to see how stupid we can make it. Here we go. So the nature of this deck is actually quite similar to the Fallacy deck. The one that's sort of like,
I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
And we will be doing that in this deck. It's just not exactly infinitely loopable. But the idea is not to use any core echo and to just have one card wipe the enemy side. The idea is not really to one-shot the opponent's like overall health in just one round. You can use Mephis as well, and it will lock down the game every single time. I just think it's funny to just have one single card destroy the enemy side in just one hit. So in this deck, you're gonna want a lot of different echoes that are used in that Fallacy deck to kind of cycle through cards so you can keep getting cards back, like Diggy Duggy, Diamondclaw, the Vanguard Junrock, and then along with the Boar that gives you energy. Other than that, we have different cards that are used to buff the damage of what's going to be probably the Questless Knight in the end. And obviously you have the Havoc Warrior. The Havoc Warrior allows you to kind of infinitely modulate cards on top of it, and that's kind of the core of why this deck works. And then every single card here includes buffs that you give to that card. Along with this card, the Guardia, you can actually stack 3 times. So it can get really stupid really fast. And with Thundering Mephis, it's really just a matter of how fast you can deploy it. If you start modulating a lot, you can get Thundering Mephis down in the first round. And if you really want to lock down the game, this should do it every time. But I'm not going to, because I think it's funnier without doing that. So we're gonna go into a game. I'm gonna play through it and then kind of explain what's going on, just so you guys can kind of see what we're doing here. Obviously, we're gonna use Xian Liao as your duelist because he gives you extra cards. Now, the one downside is if you don't get the Havoc Warrior on the first round, you're kind of cooked. All right, so if you don't get it, you can try to see if you can just swap everything out, or you could swap out anything that isn't like modulating for extra cards, or like the Diggy Duggy that can give you extra cards. As long as you get the card on the first round, no matter how you do it, that's all that needs to happen. All right. So our main priority first is always to just get as many cards as we can, get energy back, and once we don't have any of those transform cards left, we put down our Havoc Warrior, and we start stacking the cards that give us more cards back. We transform, get more cards. These are not useful at all once you place the first one. And get more energy. Place that down, get more cards back. Place that down, get more cards back. It's the same idea as the Fallacy deck where you kind of just place cards, get them back, but it's not infinitely loopable. Yeah. Stack another one of these. And now we have Mephis. Obviously, you want to secure the game, you throw down Mephis. I don't care about that. I think it's funnier if we don't, so I'm not going to use Mephis. We're gonna see. We're gonna throw down the wolf here because I actually think the wolf is pretty good. We're gonna fight. We might win. We might lose. I think we will win this one, but even if you lose, it really does not matter. There you go. We immediately do 10 damage. Now, actually, I think it would have been funnier if we lost that, so I can kind of prolong this, but it's okay. We're actually pretty unlucky here. We did not get any cards that can be used to modulate, so we're kind of in a position where we kind of just have to keep this and fight. Now we have more cards that we can use to get cards back, and we're going to continue this process until we run out of those cards. Alright. Now we're sort of in a position where we have to just use up all the cards, and I think we can actually survive one more round. So I don't think I will use Questless yet. I think we can survive one more round. You don't have to do this. I do this because I think it's funny to see how much damage I can end up doing in the end. Totally unnecessary. Don't do this. You can see here, we might actually win this round. That's a 1 cost, by the way. We are using a 1 cost. You can see how fast this can just get really stupid. Fortunately, they're still alive, so we can stack more damage. Stack that on here. And we're looking pretty good. I think we should be able to just solo everything. It never had to get to this point. If you put Mephis down, you would have never had an issue anyway. But I think it's funnier this way. You can see why I don't like Havoc Warrior, because it stun locks you, but it really doesn't matter in the end. And there you go. Alright, that should be it for now. If there's any other decks that you guys want me to showcase, let me know. If not, that's it for now. Goodbye.